Hello everyone, Michael here for Tactica Imperialis. Welcome to today's video. Today is going to be a Warhammer 40,000 battle report. It's been a while, but I'm home now. We can make battle reports. Great success. So today is going to be 1250 points of Tyranids versus Tau, but this is not the Tau you used to know. Oh, no, I've got more battle suits. In fact, I've got an entire army of them. So yes, 1250 points, Tyranids versus Tau. We're playing tactical objectives, mission 6, which is Deadlock, which is kind of a not favourite mission, but we will run with it nonetheless. We've got the armies ready to go, everything is set up, we're ready to start the game. So, I'm playing against Kieran as well, so let's get going, see the armies, see the board, and get on with the game. Leave your bets in the comments. Let's go.
So here we have our 1250 points of big scary bugs. Let's go.
Okay, so HQ choice is Flying Hive Tyrant, 2 Great Devourers, and he's got Hive Commander.
Pretty basic.
We've then got, for troops choices, there's 4 troop choices. We've got 30 Termagants with 20 Devourers, 3 Warriors, 2 Death Spitters and a Venom Cannon, 20 Hormigants with no upgrades at all, and then a troop choice Tervigon who's got Shredder Shard Beetles.
And is also outflanking because Hive Commander.
Outflanking because Hive Commander. We've got a Trigon Prime for heavy support, who's going to be burrowing in, and then a Carnifex with 20 Devourers, and that is 1250 points.
That's pretty good. So yeah, there's pretty standard Kieran sort of list, but then again it's kind of a pretty standard Tyranid list with a couple of twists. Do you want to run through Psychic Powers while we're here?
Oh yeah, so for Psychic Powers, the Tervigon has the Horror, and then the Hive Tyrant has Warp Blast and Paroxysm.
Very nasty, because I know how bad Paroxysm can be when you're Tau. Right, so that's the Tyranids. Now let's get to the Tau. And now here we have the Tau force. Yes, my voice is off to the left, headphone users, I apologise. So we have Commander Farsight, he is leading the army as you would expect. And then we have a crisis team, not a bodyguard team, just a regular crisis team. We have a Shastra with Plasma, Flamer and Shield, and the Onega Gauntlet, that's my discount Bravestorm. And then we have a normal Shaswi with 2 Fusion and a Target Lock, that's discount Brightsword. We then have another 3-man crisis team. We have 2 basic Shaswis just with 2 plasma rifles, and then the Shasvra has 2 fusion blasters and a stimulant injector. Moving on, we have a 2-man broadside team. I debated splitting them up, but I'm going to keep them together. 2 missile sides, which are pretty much identical. So, High Missile Pod, Smart Missile System, Seeker Missile. The red one, which is Oblotai, has a velocity tracker, and the blue one has a counter-fire defense system for Overwatch on Blizzard Skill 2. They both have 2 missile drones as well. Sorry, those aren't painted. We then have Riptide. First time I get to use the Riptide on the channel. This is discount Ovasa, so it's basically the same as Ovasa but without the drones. So Earthcast Pilot Array, Ion Accelerator, Twin Link Fusion Blaster, Early Warning Override, Stimulant Injector, the full shebang. He comes in at just under 300 points. And he's got, I said the Earthcast Pilot Array, I think. Yeah, I did. So that's him. And then we have another 2-man crisis team. Again, not bodyguard, just crisis. Shasvra with Plasma, Flamer, Shield. I thought about a relic and then changed my mind. And then we have a basic Shaswi with 2 flamers. And then we have Commander Oricon, who you have not seen before on the channel. He has Plasma, Cyclic Ion Blaster, Airbursting Fragmentation Projector, 2 gun drones, a Repulsor Impact Field, a Counterfire Defense System, and I think that's it. And that's my 1250 points of all Battlesuit Tau. This is the sort of list I want to run. So, if we just pan out a little bit, you can see the board behind us. I'm setting up on this side, and Kieran is setting up on this side, as you might expect. The objectives, we have number 2, number 5, number 6 by the statue, number 4 by this water tower, number 3 by this shack over here, and number 1 is by that shack over there. Kieran won all of the roll-offs, so he is setting up and going first.
Fingers crossed, yeah.
Yeah, he's setting up first. I don't know if he's going first. We'll see how that goes. Have you done your Warlord trait?
I haven't, no. We'll come back with Warlord traits and at the end of deployment and things.
Yeah, so we're going to get deployed, and then we'll get on with the game.
And so here we are. We are deployed. Here are the Tyranids. Hormagaunts, Hive Tyrant, Termagants, Warriors, Garnifex.
Reserves.
Tervigon and Trigon sitting in reserves, waiting to turn up and probably eat something. Well, assuming they don't eat plasma. On this side, the broadsides are in the middle because I need the best line of sight possible. Okay, rules clarification I need to make. This is our house rule. These walls are infinite.
Like infinitely high, so I can't fly over them, no one can see over them.
Yeah, so you might think down here I could get a pot shot. No. but he's not going to come hopping over and hit me in the face.
So it's all good.
So you know that. So, broadsides. Archon and Co. Riptide. Hang on, camera. Line up. There we go. Riptide, and then that other Crisis team over there. Farsight and his crew are in reserve, which they really shouldn't be. I should get out of the habit of doing that. But it is Warlord trait, it's how it works.
If they don't turn up for this game, right, I'm going to buy you a common relay.
Sure. Anyway, speaking of Warlord traits, mine is locked, of course, through Boldness of Victory. You know how that works. And Kieran, he just went on the...
I rolled on Tactical, and I've got the one that allows me to discard 2 at the end of my turn instead of 1, which would be really helpful because we're playing Deadlock.
Yes, because at the start of the game you get 6, and being able to burn through them quickly and get some good ones as the game goes on, particularly if you've got ones that you can't do, is actually really a benefit.
Yeah.
So, the only thing left to do is see whether I can seize the initiative, which I can't. Probably. Let's find out. Again, I rolled a 5.
Okay.
That's the second game in a row I've done that. So, the Tyranids will be taking first turn. Kieran has 6 objectives to draw.
And I do.
And we will come back at the end of Tyranids turn 1. Place your bet. End of Tyranids turn 1. I have never seen more stupid in my entire life.
Just silly.
Okay, so let's start at the top. Kieran's draw was, well, he hasn't got any cards left. It was a god draw. He only had to burn 1 of them. Yes. So he drew Secure Objective 1, he drew Secure Objective 3, he drew Secure Objective 4, he drew Secure 3 objectives at once, which is Ascendancy. He drew Harness the Warp, and he drew Domination. He burned Domination, he completed the rest, and he scored 3 for Ascendancy, which gives him a 7-0 lead. But wait, there's more! Hive Tyrant. Paroxysm the broadsides, yeah, you can already tell where I'm going with this. Paroxysm the broadsides by 2, so the drones are useless and the guys are at BS 1. He then proceeded, through the worst dice I've rolled in a long, long time, to kill 2 drones and a broadside and put a wound on another one. I did not have a very good turn, as you can tell, and I only rolled about 10 dice. Oh dear. Not great. So the Hormagaunts are here, they're on objective 4, the Termagaunts and the Warriors are there, the Carnifex is clinging onto the edge of Synapse range over there, and we're going to go into my turn. I'm going to just draw these because I get the feeling that if this goes really badly, you'll just know. What do we got? Secure objective 5. Okay. Assassinate.
Kill a character.
Kill your Hive Tyrant.
Yeah.
Blood and Guts. I'm Tau.
Kill him in combat.
Scour the Skies.
Okay, kill a Hive Tyrant.
My Skyfire unit's there and he's on BS 1, but sure. Kingslayer.
Kill the Hive Tyrant. I sense a theme.
Harness the Warp.
Okay, well you can throw Harness the Warp away because you physically cannot do it.
As you wish.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's how we house rule it. It's like if you physically cannot do it or we don't have the rules for it. Supremacy. Control twice as many of your opponent.
Yes, okay.
Well, not the greatest draw, but...
Well, if you kill the Hive Tyrant...
If I kill the Hive Tyrant, I'm going to be swimming in points.
Yeah.
So, we'll come back at the end of Tau, turn 1. End of Tau, turn 1. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Perhaps surprising absolutely nobody, a bunch of Skyfire, a bunch of shooting at Ballistic Skill 1, does nothing to a Hive Tyrant. But, out of fear, he did jink from the Riptide. The Riptide at the moment is Nova charged on shields. I could have gone Ripple Fire, but I didn't, and Nova charging something I was thinking about shooting at the Hive Tyrant. I think I maybe got the blinkers on, but I mean, come on. 1, 2, 3 objectives related to that killing that bloody thing. Speaking of objectives, I did secure objective 5, because that's right there. So I do score a solitary point. And I'm going to throw Supremacy because I'm not going to have enough units to control this entire board at any point. So, with that said, I also tried shooting at the Carnifex of those guys. Unsurprisingly failed to wound, rolling a double 3. So if I was Imperial, I'd have actually scored 2 wounds, which is fine. And that's all she wrote, unfortunately. So, Kieran is going to make his reserve rolls now.
Well, I'm going to draw my objectives first.
Oh, he's going to make... Sorry, he's going to draw his objectives. And then...
all my new objectives.
Yep, he's got 5 of them because of the turn.
We have objective 1 again.
3 point.
Objective 6, which is there.
Yep, that's gettable.
Recon, which we're not doing.
Yep, mysterious objectives, we're going to redraw that.
Objective 5.
That is by Archon.
Okay, yep. Objective 4 again, which is next to my Hormagaunts.
Yep.
Kingslayer.
Farsight's still off the board,
Okay,
but
and that's it.
okay, so that's what he's got. So he's got 2 more points coming his way, and 2 he's going to have to fight for, or at least put a little bit of effort in for. Because if you abandon 1 to get 6, your reserve rolls might not be getting to you unless you throw your Trigon in there. Anyway, what have you done?
So I put Recon down somewhere, but I can't remember what it was.
We'll get that in a minute. Anyway, reserves.
So the Trigon is coming in, and the Tervigon is not coming in.
Okay.
Well, at least she's not run out of gaunts yet. That's the main thing.
Yeah, Kieran has a bad habit of running out of gaunts. Considering you've got none to spawn, it's probably for the best.
There's a box down there.
There's a box down there. Okay, so yes, the Trigon is coming, and some more points are going to the Tyranids. We'll come back at the end of Bugs turn 2. End of Tyranids turn 2. So, unsurprisingly, Broadside's dead. That took a barrel of electricity to the face and died. That squad has been paroxysm down to ballistic skill 1. And, well, yeah, I miscalculated horrifically. I'm an idiot. Riptides in combat. It even lost the combat. Lost a wound to the Hormagaunts. Failed to kill any of them back because weapon skill 1 is a thing because Earth cast pilot array. And passed its morale check, which saved at least one piece of embarrassment from this game. Kieran secured Objective 1, didn't go back for Objective 4, so he didn't score that, and has burned Kingslayer and Objective 5 because that's sat over there. The reason he burned Kingslayer is because I'm going to fail this reserve roll and Farsight's not going to turn up. So, going into my turn 2, I draw Big Game Hunter. More things that would help me with killing that flipping Hive Tyrant. Could you give me something that's not to do with that Hive Tyrant, please? Anyways, that's just generally monster killing. That's cool. And reserve roll for Farsight.
Yeah, he comes in. Should not have got rid of Kingslayer. It's because I got rid of Kingslayer that he turned up.
In a surprising twist of fate, I actually get a reserve roll that works. So, Farsight's going to be coming in, and we'll come back at the end of Tau turn 2. End of Tau turn 2. Farsight squad arrived, took 1 wound off the Carnifex. Great shooting there, boys. Bright Swords, Melters both missed. Never mind. Over here, some slightly better news. Almost. The Crisis team, despite being paroxysmed, managed to put 3 wounds on the Hive Tyrant, who then passed his grounding test and thus is actually alive. And that meant that this, and this were all failed. So I had to burn. I burned Blood and Guts voluntarily as opposed to a random burn next turn, but that was my ticket back in the game. And at this point, he's just going to go and hide in the corner for the rest of the game, I would wager. Here, the Hormagaunts lost 1 guy, but nobody cares. And here, 1 warrior died to an overcharged cyclic ion blast, and a bunch of gaunts died along the way to flamers, plasmas, and air-bursting fragmentation projectors as well. About 7, but it's a 30-man squad of gaunts. Nobody really cares. Enough. So, going into Tyranids turn 3, it is 9-1 because
I have 2 cards to draw.
yes, you do. 7 minus the 10.
Recon. Oh, that's where I put Recon.
That's where we put it.
Objective 3,
Which
is the one for Warriors.
Yeah.
And Objective 5,
Which is over by Archon.
Okay.
There's a cluster of crisis suits there. So, Turbigon.
Yep. I will roll.
Let's see if the Turbigon arrives. And it
Yep,
does.
The Turbigon does arrive, so
Via outflank, so let's have a look which board edge is coming out.
Oh, sorry. Well, I get to pick, so it doesn't matter.
Yep, gets to pick.
You'll be coming over here.
Over in that corner, by the looks of it.
Yep.
Okay, so the Turbigon arrives, the last of the Tyranids and the last of the models are on the board, and we will come back at the end of Tyranids turn 3. End of Tyranids turn 3. Turbigon came in, spawned a bunch of gaunts without running out, which is a change. Did take a wound from a perils, but we'll come on to that in a second. Shot the entire blue squad to death. Great saves me. Also managed to... What did it cast? The horror. It perils casting the horror, but it failed. Failed to do anything. It just took a wound from that. The Trigon just charged into here. That squad was paroxysm down to useless by Captain Stupid over here. -3, so they were actually unable to fight. He killed the drone and did 2 more wounds for obviously no damage in return, but I passed the morale check. Here, Ovesa took another wound, completely missed his attacks, passed the morale check, and over here, I proved once again that I can't make an armor save, as Brightsword and Bravestorm both went down, and Farsight lost half his wounds. The Carnifex did fail his charge, so hey, I might get to go out in a blaze of glory, but this game is basically over. Kieran has scored another point for Objective 3, which is just there. He's
thrown 4 and 6 away.
Yeah, he's burned 4 and 6. I cannot draw a card because I still have 4, and that Hive Tyrant is still sat there, and I have literally 1 guy not in close combat, and it's bloody Farsight. So, yeah, not good. I'm going to try and pick up Big Game Hunter off the Carnifex, but that's looking particularly unlikely given the way my dice have been going. Sorry about the salt, by the way. Not my... Well, it is my fault. So, we'll come back at the end of Tau, turn 3. Tau, turn 3. Farsight missed, charged, missed a lot, managed to deal 1 wound of damage in no damage in return. Survived the Overwatch as well, which is probably more of a miracle. I was kind of hoping for a real Hail Mary shot, you know, just throw him into the Carnifex, dice my way through it, and challenge the Hive Tyrant to land. I won't Overwatch you, come and fight me. Would have ended badly, but hey, would have been fun to try. Over here, no, nothing happened, just a poking contest. I missed, he didn't get through my armour.
Yeah.
And here, Shavastos died because I can't make any vulnerable save, and Archon is down to 1. Torch needs to pile in here. They were paroxysms again, so I couldn't really stand a chance of doing any damage. I did get a wound through, but made the armor save unsurprisingly. And I think we're done.
Yeah, I'm fine with calling it. Yeah.
I mean, what's the score? 12-1?
I think it's 11-1. Yeah.
11 or 12-1. Make it +1 to each for Line Breaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. I'm not blaming God Draw because
No.
I've lost the game fair and square.
Like, even without the objective draw. Yeah.
Yeah, I played terribly. Mispositioning all over the place.
I think it was getting really lucky with the broadsides early on and just taking them out. Meant that you focused a lot on the Hive Tyrant.
Well, that's because all my cards
all
focused
your
on the Hive
objectives
Tyrant
on
didn't
that,
help. Yeah, a combination of weird draw and losing the broadsides early on didn't help.
Although, to be fair, the Tervigon turning up over there and then taking that squad out meant that I didn't have to worry with the Hive Tyrant as much.
Yeah, because the Hive Tyrant was then completely safe because you could just throw that in and you knew Farsight wasn't going to be able to get there. But I could blame dice, I could blame draw. I lost that game fair and square. It's my fault. Bad positioning and bad play. So, a victory for the Tyranids. I'm still 100% lose rate, I think, on the channel at least. I might have won the odd game off the channel, but 100% lose on it.
We'll see if it'll change in kill team.
Maybe, but the way the day's been going,
Yeah, that's true.
I somehow because we had a game before this playing against Tau versus Colts, and I got absolutely annihilated again. But we shall see. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry, it was a little bit one-sided. Coming a bit of a trend. Hopefully, going to break that, and hopefully with some battle bots other than me, we might actually get some fun games.
Yeah.
So, thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the video. My name is Michael for Tactica Imperialis with Kieran, and we will see you all again.